There are pros and cons to being a crafter. One thing that is both a pro and a con is that people like to give you their unwanted items. In this video, I will be sharing with you how I turned someone else's trash into rustic elegance. In this case, I was really happy to be given this large bag of rings that appeared to be rings that you would hang a curtain from. I was given these from a coworker of mine. Someone in her family was cleaning out their craft room, and they are the perfect thing for this craft. Now, I was also given this giant roll of jute. It's like a really thick rope. And of course, you don't have to have anything this large to do this craft. You can use smaller jute. You can also buy rings online. Now, in order to secure it, I did put a little bit of hot glue, and I cut off a long strand of this jute, and I wrapped it around the entire ring. And I'm going to be doing this in two different ways in this video. So after you wrap it around for a little bit, you do want to hot glue it down every now and then just to make sure it's secure, because it does get a little loose if you don't wrap it really nice and tight. After you wrap it around the entire length, you're going to want to secure it to the back as well. So trimming it up and then gluing it down so it won't unravel. Now this jute is so thick, it is a little bit hairy, so I did want to trim it up. You don't have to do that for all jute. And using a smaller size, it had the perfect little ring already up at the top. That's what I really liked about this. You don't have to drill a hole or anything, it already has a perfect ring. Now this little bird I got from Hobby Lobby, and as you can see, it's just something you're supposed to clip to your tree, but you can easily remove that little clip from the bottom because the bird is made of styrofoam. And it fits perfectly inside of this ring. It just nestles in, and the tail is really flexible so it bends and it doesn't break. Now this is the fun part, all the decorating. I used different types of greenery. Some were sparkly, some were just regular greenery, some looked like pine needles. And I did want to use some sparkly glitter, some silver as well. So I found this pick that was perfect with some white berries, some silver, and also a little bit of glitter. And this is actually the finished product. Really fast, really pretty, and I think it has a rustic elegance. The jute is more rustic and the glitter adds the elegant element to it. Now for the second craft, you need a largemouth canning jar ring and lid. And I already have these at my house because I can a lot in the summer. And you just wrap around the jute like you did before the last craft. Now the lid, you're going to need to cut down a little bit. So use some scissors you really do not like. I first cut off that rubbery seal, but that wasn't enough, so I trimmed it around a little bit more to that little rim. And this one's going to have some gold elements. This material was perfect because it has a little gold in it, and I really liked the plaid image as well. After tracing around the ring, I did go ahead and just cut it out really quick, and I'm going to be hot gluing it to the lid. Now the one thing about hot glue and metal is that they don't really like one another. The metal tends to cool down the hot glue really quickly, so you should move pretty fast. And just doing a little ring around the outside, I press the material onto it, and be careful because the glue can come through and it's really hot. So I used scissors, and I also just flipped it over and pressed the back onto it as well. Now this fit perfectly into the back, and I'm going to again be using hot glue to secure it. So pressing it down a little bit as I go, I put plenty of hot glue on this. And if you have heard any of my videos in the past, you know I don't really like just globs and globs of hot glue visible. And it looks like I don't really care because the back is looking a little messy, but I'm going to hide it with another row of the same jute. So just putting a little bit more hot glue around the back side. This hides all the imperfections, so if you didn't cut out the ring just right, or if you have a bunch of hot glue oozing out everywhere, this really helps hide all those little details. I had the perfect gold reindeer again that I got from Hobby Lobby, and that was the perfect centerpiece on the inside. And again, just using a variety of greenery. I really loved these so much. I thought they turned out really, really beautiful. And I think this is something definitely easy that anybody can do. You can easily go and buy rings at the grocery store if you can, or you can also find them at hardware stores sometimes. And other rings, of course, you can buy online like I mentioned earlier. So this one just has accents of red and gold and also some glitter. So another perfect rustic, elegant Christmas ornament. It has the jute and the plaid, more rustic, but those sparkly elements just make it absolutely beautiful. These two I think turned out to be stunning. I really love the two together, and I'm definitely going to make more for my craft show. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.